Right here for me. Right here for me.
In the middle right here, please. Thank you.
Awesome, thank you.
Hello, sir.
Right here. Thank you. Right here.
I mean, honestly, just to be here and share this movie with the community. Like, New York is a character in the film and in all of Jonathan's work. So it's just really special to be here, to be on Broadway. I feel like Jonathan would be so proud. He was so excited. Every day he showed up with so much excitement, but also so much focus. He knew what we had to get done, and he made sure that we were going to have a great time doing it. He makes you feel so safe and so seen, and I feel like that really speaks to why the film is as good as it is, because we all felt so safe. And that's exactly what you want from a director. The music is so phenomenal. There's so many incredible numbers, and it just, being told through Lynn with Jonathan's support, it's just like musical theater genius combined. Andrew's amazing. He fully transformed into John. I had a moment where I was sitting with Joshua Henry and we were in a conversation and he walked by and I was like, "Oh, John." And then I was like, "I just called Andrew John. Wow, that's wild." But he really just embodied it, and every day he would show up with something new, and it was just really special seeing where it started and where we ended. If you're a fan of Rent, if you're a fan of Hamilton, you're a fan of these two geniuses, and this is literally their love child.
Jonathan Larson is the reason I started writing musicals. His show is what showed me it was possible, and he should be here enjoying all of this. He should be on his 10th musical, and he's not. And so, I wanted to bring the musical that really strengthened my resolve to get into this business to the screen, and hopefully it's going to hit other artists where they live, because it hit me really hard when I saw it. Because he's just one of the best actors of his generations. I saw him in Angels in America, which is an 8-hour endurance test masterpiece of a play, and he just gave the most shattering performance I'd ever seen. I was just like, I don't know if he can sing, but I think he can do anything, and he can. That's the answer, he can. This story has just lived in my heart for so long, and I really wanted to I just couldn't think of a better first. It was not my idea to make this into a movie. My amazing producer, Julie O, got the rights and emailed me and said, "Would you be interested in directing this?" And as soon as she said it, I could see it in my head. And I can't think of a better story to tell. I think that musical is incredibly cinematic, and I wanted to, help bring more people to Jonathan Larson's story.
Lynn had to tell this story. There was nobody else who was the right person to tell this story. He's it. He may be the first person in 55 years to be nominated for an Oscar for a musical. He's off the charts.
I'm so excited for folks to just be encouraged and inspired and lifted by Jonathan Larson. and how he took his failures, and made them stepping stones for what now we know is Rent. But I'm excited for people to know that backstory, because we see the fireworks and the glitz of the finished product, but this is how he got there. What do you do with the time that you have? That's the main question of this film. So whether you're an artist or not, you can connect with that idea, making the best use of the time you have. And as Jonathan says in the lyric, fear or love, don't say the answer. Actions speak louder than words. So yeah, I'm excited to get that message across in this movie.
Well, it was wonderful. It was exciting. It was dedicated. It was full of fun and full of energy and dedicated. So that's what you want. Well, because he has a story to tell. He has many stories to tell, and it's exciting that it's being recognized now.
It felt like I was being reunited with a long-lost brother I didn't know I had when I was introduced to John Larson's work, and his oeuvre and his spirit. I think it's weirdly the most vulnerable I've ever been in any project I've ever done, because it feels so personal. It feels like it's not me, but it's definitely deeply vulnerable aspects of me that happen to link up with Jonathan, and a lot of stuff that I had to find as well. So I just feel so grateful, because it's one of my favorite experiences I've ever had. Lynn is the reason why I'm able to be standing here talking to you, because he took a risk on me not knowing if I could hold a tune, and he gave me the space, the time, and the resources to make sure that I could get to the place where I'm banging out passionately at the piano and belting out to the back row as Jonathan, who played with pure passion and just pure kind of like aliveness. He was the most alive, wild person, in that time, and so I knew I needed to get to that place. It was a real love crew. It was just a tribe of love, and the other thing is they're all phenomenal actors, phenomenal singers. They are thoroughbred performers. So I was surrounded by the best of the best. I was jumped into the best musical theater crew I could ever hope for. For me, the tick tick boom, it's the shortness of our lives, the shortness of how long our heart beats for. And what are we going to do while we have a heartbeat? How are we going to show up? Are we going to follow our destiny? Are we going to follow our truth? Are we going to be uncompromising in our pursuit of our art and our lives? Or are we going to waste time?
Well, Tick, Tick, Boom is an autobiographical musical about Jonathan Larson, who wrote Rent. And it tells the story of him writing his first play, Superbia. I was inspired by Jonathan Larson when I first saw Rent, to see queer people, to see brown people having layered, complex characters, real, true stories. Seeing a version of myself on screen or on stage meant the world to me. It made me think, well, maybe I could do that too. Being on set with Lynn and all of these other incredible actors was monumental for me. It felt like a moment in which I could really open up and be myself, and Lynn really set that stage for us and allowed us to flourish.